Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know who I am, I'm where I'm from, and you are watching my channel. So, if you guys don't know, Fortnite just came out with their Season 5, 1 hour ago. As you can tell on their Twitter. You can't see shit. There. Now you can see it, kind of. But, I thought it would be a good idea to go through the patch notes with you guys. Because it's 4 a.m. It's literally 4:30 a.m. I have nothing better to do because sleep is not an option. Not an option. So I'm going to read you guys the Season 5 patch notes. So, yeah. Let's get started. And I look like crap right now, so... Let's just... hide. Okay. Worlds collide in Season 5. Viking ships, desert outposts, and ancient statues have appeared across the island. Hop in an all-terrain cart ATK with your squad and uncover all new mysteries and locations that await. Tell me, partner, do you feel lucky? Test the luck with the new flintlock weapon set while you challenge the Horde in the road trip event. Now available in Save the World. New season, new battle pass, 100 levels, over 100 new rewards, available in game right now for $9.50 V-Bucks. And the ATK Battle Royale, power slide into battle with all new all-terrain cart ATK, grab some friends and go for a ride. And here's what it looks like. Rifts Battle Royale. Test your courage and step through a rift. You're in for a wild ride. So you can step through one of those rifts. Challenge the Horde. Save the world. Rally the squad and prepare for the ultimate challenge of survival and teamwork. There's what it looks like. This camera is horrible. Absolutely horrible. I'm sorry. Wild West Heroes Save the World. Saddle up with the new Wild West Heroes available during the road trip event. And they give you a picture of them. Flintlock weapon, save the world. Let the sparks fly. Fight on hordes of husks with the new Flintlock weapon set. So it gives you some guns, some axes, and yeah. And then here's what those look like. Let's see. General. When the invited to party prompt appears in the UI, you can now immediately accept the invite rather than having to open the party finder. The news widget has been adjusted to avoid the need for a scroll bar in most cases. A scroll bar option has been added for controller users in the event that scrolling is needed. Updated consoles to use less shader storage. Shatter? I don't know how to read. SHADR. Shatter, I think. I don't know. I can't read very well if you haven't noticed. Shatter storage. This improves patch sizes and reduces load times. Optimized file ordering to reduce load times on all platforms. The Epic Friends button now appears on the main menu when using a gamepad on Windows or Mac. Bug fixes. Fix an issue that intermittently caused the push-to-talk setting to not function as intended. Blocked players will no longer show as suggested friends. Let's see. Battle Royale. Weapons plus items. Shotguns will now indicate how many pellets hit, visible within the reticle. I can't read. I'm sorry. RETICLE. Retitle. I don't know. Enjoy my reading to you. Adjusted shotgun spread patterns to be consistent with no random variation. Heavy shotgun now fires 10 pellets rather than 5. Maximum damage for the heavy shotgun remains unchanged. After firing a shotgun, another shotgun cannot be fired for a very short time. Excuse me. Reduce hunting rifle aim assist when targeting to match that of other sniper rifles with projectile bullets. Change the damage drop-off profile for the suppressed SMG to be the same as other SMGs. Fall-off starts at 24 meters from 28 meters. Damage reduced to 80% at 35 meters from 85% at 47.5 meters. Damage reduced to 65% at 50 plus meters from 75% at 70 plus meters. Gameplay. ATK. The new ATK has room for your entire squad. Get a speed boost after drifting. The roof acts as a bounce pad. Work together as rear passengers to leap over obstacles with the ATK. Lean back and release at the same time for a higher jump. Lean back by holding S on keyboards or holding back on the thumbstick for controllers. Map updated. New biome, desert. New location, Paradise Palms. New location, Lazy Links. A few unnamed POIs have also appeared across the island. The center of storm circles 7, 8, and 9 can now shift in random directions instead of simply shrinking. As the storm closes in, it will move and shrink to the new location. Starting in Season 5, progressive challenges will no longer be restricted to a single season. You can now complete progressive challenges at your own pace. Progressive challenges are now completed by acquiring a fixed amount of XP and is no longer dependent on your season level. Gyro/motion controls have been added to the Nintendo Switch. Adjust these options in the settings menu. Weekly challenges are now split into 2 sections, Free and Battle Pass. The first 3 challenges will be available for free, while the last 4 are only available if you own the Battle Pass. The threshold to unlock the weekly challenge reward will remain at 4. Down but not out players now have smaller collision. Sorry. Still can't read. Going on to the 11th grade. I'm doing great, guys. Previously, their collision was at the standing height, which blocked D, B, and O players from crawling under doors and blocked buildings. Collision in some cases. Players that were crouching when knocked down but not out will be returned to a crouching state upon revival. Emoting will now interrupt sprinting. You now earn XP for reviving teammates in 50 versus 50 in teams of 20 LTMs up to 3 times per match. 30 XP, 10 XP, 10 XP. Weapon retitle will now fade slightly when reloading, out of ammo, or changing weapons. The player camera can now see out of the water when waking in lakes. I was about to say waking, not walking. I really need to learn how to read. Bug fixes. Launch pads and cozy campfires now destroyed, overlapping small objects when placed. Reduce trigger volume for floor damage trap to better match visuals and prevent triggering when standing on ledges above. Supply llamas now fall to the ground if the object they were standing on is destroyed. Excuse me. Auto run will no longer cancel if you let go of the stick, and it slightly flicks backward while using a gamepad. Fixed issue where auto run can be active while using a shopping cart. The first storm circle will now constantly do 1 damage. Players will no longer get stuck in a doorway if they were standing in it when the door is closed. Fixed an issue that prevented some weapon animations. 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 Figure out yourself. I can't read. From playing. Auto run can no longer be activated while walking backwards. Textures will now consistently appear correctly while in edit mode. Fixed a crash that could occur when logging out. Performance. Improved performance of shopping carts on both game client and server. Audio. Added unique ambient audio to the new desert biome. More unique ambient audio for the map will be coming in future updates. Lowered the volume of the Battle Pass Challenge Success sound. UI audio has been redesigned. Got that one. All button and interface sounds updated. Bug fixes. Dual pistol fire sound will no longer get cut off if you switch weapons immediately after firing. The True Love emote's audio will no longer overlap with itself if multiple players use it near each other. The funky electronic track to the Dance Moves emote on mobile/Switch platforms have been re-enabled. UI. We now allow users to enable the same sound visualizer on all platforms that were created for mobile. However, while the visualizer is enabled, audible sound effects will be muted. Mobile platforms are unaffected by this change and will retain sound effects and the visualizer. You can find this new option under the Accessibility tab in the settings. Streamer mode no longer displays player number. Instead, it now uses the player's cosmetic character as their display name. For example, character number. Or am I supposed to say hashtag? I don't know. So instead of eliminated player 100, you may see eliminated Rust Lord 100. Anyone eliminating someone in streamer mode will now see streamer number. Or, I don't know. I'm not a gamer. I can barely play Fortnite. Added extra audio and visual fanfare to the Victory Royale end of match sequence. The dialogue audio, global chat, and auto-equipped better weapons options have been removed as they have no function in Battle Royale. Zooming in and out on the map is now twice as fast with the controller. The Play Again button will now allow players to preview pickaxe visual and sound effects in the item shop, Battle Pass, and Locker. New faster ammunition for displaying XP sources have been added to the end of match status screens. Bug fixes, once again. Map markers will now reappear if removed and added back to the exact same location. End of match status now appears correctly on all platforms in their correct numeric format, not format. Key bindings for weapon and structure sections in the HUD are now displayed properly. A typo was removed from the item description for the Victory Lap harvesting tool. Controller input will no longer fail when at the main menu. Fixed an inconsistency in the UI that was displayed when placing a trap in some cases. Distance traveled is now reported correctly in the match status screen. Art and ammunition. Bug fixes. Revive and munitions are no longer skipped if the player was reloading when down. Effects now appear properly when jumping with the pot of gold harvesting tool. Prevented sprays from affecting props used in emotes. Example, the basketball from Baller. Replay system. Camera type is now localized in the view settings header. Bug fixes. Gamepads will no longer constantly rumble when a replay is paused. The main menu will no longer become unresponsive if the friends list is opened while a replay is paused. Nameplates no longer block input on camera settings. Nameplates no longer disappear if the camera is directly above the player. The bottom portion of the nameplate will no longer become cut off. Nameplates on PS4 will now show team number and weapon. Weapon and munitions will now play in replays after scrubbing the timeline. Timeline markers will no longer disappear on saved replays on PS4 and Xbox One. Shopping cart visuals and audio effects will no longer break in replays. The revive and drive prompts will no longer persist in replays if a player was eliminated while being revived or near a shopping cart. This is a lot to read. Mobile. Auto-fire has been added as an option on mobile platforms. Enabling this causes the player's weapon to automatically fire when the reprisal is over an enemy that is within range. Players will be given the option to select their preferred fire mode after launching. All players can change their preferred fire mode by navigating to Options, Custom HUD Layout, then choosing the Select Fire Mode option and confirming their selection. Tap to fire a dedicated fire button auto-fire. Bug fixes. The thermal scoped AR now has the proper visual effects on all devices. Vehicle passengers can now detonate remote explosives. Entering build mode will while holding the fire button will no longer adversely affect your ability to build in the future. Health and shield numbers will no longer be displayed as your own while spectating. God damn, I have a lot more to read. I don't know if I can read all this, guys. Like 4 pages. My god. This video is gonna be long. Where was I? Save the World. Does anyone even play Save the World? Okay. I'm done reading, guys. I'm not gonna read Save the World because I don't know if a lot of people play that version. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed Season 5 of Fortnite updates and the, what was this called again? The patch notes. I hope you guys enjoyed that. This video will be like 20 minutes long. So, enjoy me messing up on my reading and not knowing how to. It's 4:49 a.m. and yeah. I hope you guys have fun playing the new Fortnite. I know I will have fun when I can get it updated and stuff. And when it actually lets me in. And yeah. Comment down below if you know how to say those words that I couldn't say. So over half of them. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace.